So, welcome back, everybody, to 12 more days of DOOMMAS. I am, pineapple. I've been playing video games for about 4 hours straight right now. We got 3 more levels in 12 more days of DOOMMAS. I'm gonna finish playing all of them, give the feedback I need to do, and we'll go to bed. Hey, no problem, Mikadam. Thank you for stopping by. This has been a blast. I'm starting to like this whole streaming thing. I got a second monitor so I can read chat. Take care.
Good night, Mikadam. Sweet dreams.
My dear YouTube friends. We're about to play some 12 more days of DOOMMAS. Cool, right? It is. I need to change this back.
You just have a Google search for monkeys in the background.
Yeah, I do. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's cute. We have to change it, actually. Yeah, Happy New Year's, Mr. Pagodimus. Alright. I've got to prepare for this one.
It's not too tough.
Well, this first fight's pretty tough.
It can be.
I think it's tough. When I changed my volume, did you see the overlay for the, volume thing?
Yeah.
Alright. You saw that I'm watching Police Squad?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched that show?
I've not seen the show. I've seen the movie.
Dude, the movie, I don't want to say steals, but it borrows a lot of the same material they used from the TV show, but it's so fucking, it's the funniest thing I've ever watched. It's so good. It's my favorite style of humor.
Leslie Nielsen is so good at that dead hand.
The guy's a genius.
There you go. See, you're doing alright. Okay.
Yeah. Speed it up. No, it's genius comedy. I don't want to repeat any of the jokes because I can't think of them. But the first joke, the episode, the intro sequence, when they say tonight's episode, they'll have the guy will say something different than what's on the screen. It's just so clever.
I remember the bit where, I don't know if they did this in the movie or not as well, but I remember seeing there was the thing where they do the freeze frame at the end of the episode, but instead of doing a freeze frame, all the actors just hold still. Yeah.
Yeah. They do that. It's at the end of every episode. It's really fucking... There's only 6 episodes though. It's so disappointing.
Yeah.
Because they canceled it after an episode. Oh no, after a season. Good God, my Elden.
What did I do?
We'll see.
Oh, the Archfiles. Yeah.
I love this music, but this is what I love about Christmas WADs. It's always got happy music, happy textures, but these maps are just so this map set not so much as the first 12 days of DOOMMAS, because those maps are just evil. All of those maps are just evil. Toba's map is evil. Man with Guns map is evil. But these maps so far have been very, very kind of reserved. Yeah, they're lighthearted. But that's in addition to how evil the maps are in the first 12 days, they're contrasted with happy music and happy textures. These maps, I find, are just more reserved, but they every map there's a bomb under your seat the whole time, and you're
go off and you don't know when.
Yeah, you're waiting for it to go off. So I've been enjoying that thoroughly. Drop down. Now, this is new to me. I haven't seen all this. I do like this looks very insane gazebo in here, the floor.
Yeah, that's something that I've picked up from his mapping style. It's like just basically creating like a repeating pattern of presets that just like sinks down. It really goes a long way towards like breaking up like big empty floor sections.
You know, I gotta say, not a pushover, but one of the most chillaxed Cyber Demon fights in this WAD. You very well, like, I could definitely see if, like, we had more Cyber Demons in the gimmick list, you could definitely throw the second one in. Oh.
Yeah, I definitely didn't want to put them together.
Mm-hmm. But you could have gotten away with it. Would have been hard, but you could have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
God, I want to play Banjo because Satanic. Apologize.
Huh.
Did y'all just hear me get called loud?
No.
Oh, damn. What's up here? Santa Inc. I thought it's supposed to, like, I think it's supposed to be a ref on Satanic.
Oh, yeah.
Where is he? Where is he? Is that the most recent save? That can't be. It is. Nightmare Fuel Monkey. Yes.
Yeah, you see what I mean about that tree? It's like white instead of green.
What tree?
I should just change it to the sludge.
Where's the tree?
In the room with the arch files.
Alright, you're behind me. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm like 10 seconds behind you or whatever.
Weird Sandwich was like a full 5 minutes behind me last night. It was really hard to talk to him.
I keep like trying to refresh the stream to see if it'll like, you know, fix that, but it keeps reloading me in the same spot.
I think I may just be moved right.
Yeah, the tree that the blue key is sitting under, it's like white.
I see. Yeah, it looks nice. But I do think the slime falls would look better.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it to slime falls. I think that'll look better.
If y'all want, I could make slime falls not animate. It'd have to be a majority consensus. I think some people may be using the texture for its intended purpose, but... It's dead. Ooh. So, on the topic of future plans, Finn level 399, welcome. Nice to have you in chat. Oh yeah, where does this take me? Oh, back up here. On the topic of, good lord. Oh yeah, future event plans. I think I had an idea for like an event name. It was like Deep Space Warp, or Warp Speed Deep Space, like 666 or some shit, as like the sequel to Mapping at Warp Speed. And expanding on that, I think it'd be interesting and fun to do like a Warp Speed sequel that's all Star Trek themed maps.
That'd be fun.
But I think that would the difficulty with that, like, not everybody's seen Star Trek, so having a plus theme after would be difficult. So I'd have to like, I think it'd be like, you know, I'd have to find a way to make the rules about it, but
I wonder if there's a
listen.
cool like Star Trek texture set that we could use for that.
Maybe. I mean, Star Trek's, I don't want to say it's like generic sci-fi, but there's nothing about the, about Star Trek that really makes it uniquely, you can like make textures out of, I think. Maybe. I'm probably wrong in that regard. I like the GIFs.
There's a total conversion mod for Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Weapon replacements and all that stuff.
You know what I would do? For maps that's not fun, but possible. I would do, I would just make nuts.wad, but replace every enemy with a lost soul. That'd be awful.
Okay, wow. This total conversion has been in development since 1997.
Good God.
And
It's still not done.
yeah, and it's still being worked on. Yeah, it looks good.
That's crazy.
What do they, so they, I imagine they have like phasers as weapons.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Phasers and like photon torpedoes and stuff like that.
Have you seen the Sonic game that runs on the GZ Doom engine?
I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
It's actually like incredible. It's super impressive looking.
Is it like 3D?
No, it has 2D sprites. But it also has like 3D sprites, but like the sprites just kind of look better.
That drop off that you're paused in front of it on my screen. I don't know if you jumped down it yet, but that's a mistake. That shouldn't be there. I have to fix that.
Oh.
It
I was
should
about
go
to jump.
back.
I'm glad you told me not to do it. I thought it was a secret.
No, it's just an out of bounds area that I forgot to extend that wall to the.
I don't believe you.
Okay. You can go check it out if you want.
I should have believed you.
I could leave it there and just put like 5 cyber drones down.
Masterminds.
Yeah, put 5 masterminds down there.
Problem is, like, you know, players want to be able to get 100 kills.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Unless you put like a crusher that activates with the end level script.
Oh yeah, that could work.
Then that would be going over your crusher rule. Yeah,
I would probably just stick a teleporter in the back corner or something, you know?
a voodoo doll, yeah. You ever play Bash into Chaos?
No.
There's a fight in it. It's when you get the rocket launcher. It's got like 300 enemies or some crazy shit. It's basically the fight composition is yeah, I'll see in a bit. Death Bear. The fight, there's like a single cyber demon in the center, completely surrounded by Hell Knights. And there's like a huge horde of revenants that come in, and behind those revenants are pain elementals. And the whole like kind of method of the fight is you cannot let the pain elementals get into the center of the room, because the room is a giant circular thing that goes on for a while. And if you let the pain elementals get in, then they're just gonna start spawning all those souls with impunity. Cool level. I haven't beaten an ultra rounds yet. I don't think I am. Let's see. Here are your crushers. I'm missing 20 or so. Oh god. It happens every time. I'm like, oh, I'm at the end of the map.
I still haven't got up to you yet, but I know where you're at.
I need more ammo. More cell ammo. Do you have any cell ammo around?
There should be some in that room before the crusher room. There's like 4 cell charge pickups.
I already used them all.
If you get stuck, I can give you a hint. There's a secret.
I don't need help.
Sure you do. Crushers. Oh yeah.
Oh. Whew, that was fun. I'm glad. I like seeing. My favorite thing is seeing how gimmicks come together in tandem. So like,
yeah,
like how the crushers are used with the Archviles and the Revenants. I think that's really clever.
Yeah, and I like the fake out because it's like you go through the crushers and you're just like, oh, it's just a little obstacle course, but then it's really good for the next one.
Yep, I like that because I was thinking like, did Mildon really just put like the exit hallway with crushers? That's kind of a cop out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
yeah.
I like check the switch. I'm like, wait, I'm missing 20 monsters. I guess they were in a secret somewhere. I'm missing some secrets, and then it hit me. I'm like, oh shit. Oh no. In a good way.
I'm glad that you didn't have BFGM on the last fight because I didn't bother to test this fight without the BFG.
It turned out very well.
I'm glad it's beatable. Fair.
I don't know how the fight before that would go without the BFG, but do you get the BFG like outside of a secret?
Yeah, the BFG is in that cyber demon. It's that second cyber demon.
All right, then it works. It works.
Yeah, it's like right in front of you. When you drop down.
I think level's pretty solid. I don't have any suggestions for changes. I would fix that soft block.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's good. I don't really. There's something everything works pretty well.
I am gonna change that tree to the
slime. That works. Yeah. We got 2 more maps, and one of them I'm pretty sure is short, and one of them is mine. So let's have some fun. Forlorn. I need to do the dehacked. Let me put that real quick in my notes. Wait, why do I have this open? Alright, so this is by a newcomer by the name of Cyberos Leopard. I'm curious to see how this goes. Alright, one thing I need to turn off real quick. I need to turn off the mouse, miscellaneous. I want to turn, like, Is there a way to turn off when like I move my mouse forward? It moves my my character forward.
Yeah, you're in GZ Doom, right?
PRBoom.
PRBoom. Go back into the main menu. I'm trying to remember exactly where it's at.
I think it'd be in general.
Yeah, I'll just boot up PRBoom on my end and see if I can find it.
Alright, while you do that, I'm gonna kill these guys.
Yeah, remember, Mildon, you showed me how to do it when I was having the same problem back when I first started using PRBoom. I can't remember though.
I think if you go into mouse sensitivity and just set the vertical sensitivity all the way down, that shuts it off.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Interesting. It does. Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because it's like different in every port, like where that setting is. I don't know why anyone would have that on by default.
I don't know why a lot of people do a lot of things. I don't know why people would play multiplayer deathmatch with just keyboard controls, but somebody did, and they were on my team. Yeah, did y'all see that live?
Yeah. Actually, it's funny because I was I had two of my bandmates over, and we were about to start band practice when the our rehearsal when the event started, and I was like, oh, we should watch Blue Pineapple like do this deathmatch event, and they were like, cool, and we were watching, and they were like, wow, they're getting destroyed. It's like, yeah.
No, not they.
Yeah, not they. Yeah.
One of them was destroying, and one of them was not.
was using keyboard control.
Yeah, hurt my feelings.
That's pretty wild. But yeah, I caught that live.
It's a good memory though. So, insofar, I love this. I love the gimmick here with the raising and lowering floors for the cover for the archwell. I like this a lot. This is the only room I've seen though, so I'm excited to see what the rest of the map has for me. I've only ever seen this in vanilla textures too, not this fun color palette. Kill me. So interesting. I think that's a cool red herring that like this red, like you have a red door, and it's like, oh, you gotta go find the red key. But alas, it's able to be opened all along. Let's go ahead. Forth into the breach. Alright, I hope this... Oh, is this Santa's list? I think this is Santa's list. Or a meat crayon. Either or. It's Doom cute and I like it. Oh, and here's the assembly line. Nice. No cover in a tight hit spawn.
Yeah, there's some solid Doom cute in this map.
There is. I wanna see. Oh yeah, this is the, like, Picard was telling me about this earlier, one of the green ornaments just blocks.
Yeah, we found that out last year, actually.
Ooh, this texture's misaligned. How do I open you? Yeah, I'll worry about that later. Oh, we're in Santa's workshop now, it seems. Ouch. Darn. Ow. Oh. This reminds me of one of the Doom. Have you all ever played Doomware? It's like WarioWare, but for Doom.
Interesting.
It's, the Hellforge plays it pretty frequently, or they used to back when it was new. Shit. Alright, so that can be raised for a secret. I like this area. One thing I would add, like... That was risky. I shot my gun right as I was passing by a barrel. Alright, one thing I would add some traps, like in these walls that open up as you're walking along the conveyor belt. That way you have like a, something to shoot at. So like maybe like over there. Like you have one that opens up right there. I think having some behind the player as well would be awesome. There's a switch right here, which opens that up. Where is he? Behind me. Uh-oh. Damn. Oh, damn. I was gonna focus on the chain gunner, but there's a... No, not on the archwall, but there's a chain gunner behind me. That's clever balance right there. I'm waiting for... No. Where are you, Mr. Archie? You're just out here. Darn. How would y'all feel about doing a deathmatch plus in the future?
We talked about doing that with March of the Speed Demons.
That's right. Well, I mean, that's not really a speed mapping event. That's just kind of a...
Oh yeah, that's true.
Fun thing.
That'd be fun, because then we could like host events where we play through.
That was the progenitor to plus Pandemonium. That's what we did. We played Steve did an event where we played we made multiplayer maps, and then like some of the most fun I remember having in Doom is just playing through everybody's deathmatch maps. Like there were people like Late Night, I think, had a map in that. Perot, no, he didn't. Man with Gun did. That was a cool level. I haven't found any secrets yet.
I mean, it would work well with this new format too, because we could just pop in a voice call and like play a bunch of deathmatch to test the map.
Definitely.
Like on a stream or whatever.
That Archwell didn't spawn, and I don't know why. I would like to do some deathmatch streams. I want to do more like fun stream stuff. Ooh, we got a sliding floor and running against it. I like that.
Like that scene in Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, go. Where are you? I want to go investigate the bullet switch to make sure it's good. Attack of the Clones, I love that movie when I was a kid.
It's so bad.
God, yeah, I know. The romance in it is just painful. always like getting more ammo.
Yeah, putting the crushers on conveyor belts is like a really cool idea. I like that a lot.
The textures go well together too. Yeah, I like the. This reminds me of Sunless Map 29 with the rotating cover of the arch file protection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I need to get the red key now. Oh, and it keeps unlocking me off. I would make this raise up faster because there's a chance the player could run over it and get unlocked. Or, easier solution, I would put, no.
I mean, this is Boom, right? You can just set the speed and turbo.
Oh, yeah, sure. Alright. Oh, we could test it right here. I mean, you'd really have to have a reaction time like a wizard in order to get that, but I don't think that's worth trying to prevent. Because, I mean, you in order to, like, get stuck back there, you have to try to get stuck. And my thing is, like, if there's something that's gonna break, if the player has to go out of their way to break it, I don't really see a point in trying to prevent them from breaking it. Because it's like, yeah, like, they could break it and that would be upsetting, but like, if it works as intended, if the player just kind of like sticks to the path and doesn't like, actually, I mean, something like this, somebody could react and be like, oh, and run back, but I don't know, it's up to you to fix that. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it'll ever become a problem. But on the safe side, I think I would just make this lift up faster. Yeah, I gotta stop checking shot on that because I keep on finding too many secrets that way. Nice. Now we can use the red key to leave. Trip door, don't pause it. Ow, ow. Oh, darn, I got stuck. Yeah, I do like how you lock the player in here so they can't run for here for cover. That is something I do appreciate seeing. I'm really glad that Map 01 is Melter Mall because that has the perfect example of the bone closet and the trick door. Because it is a kind of weird gimmick to understand. So if people do when they do play this, they're gonna get that bone closet first, and then they're gonna realize that's gonna be on every single map. So yeah, nice revenant trap here. I'd maybe put like one or two more, maybe for good measure. Ah, I see. This is a way to get back up here. Ah, but it raised. Darn, there's no way to get back down. Ow. Did you know that Ancient Aliens doesn't replace the intermission text screens for PRBoom?
Doesn't?
Yeah, it doesn't. Just the default stuff with the standard vanilla textures behind it.
Oh, you mean the like before intermittent screens?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the like the intermission.
No, that's changed. Ancient Aliens. That's I started the playthrough of it back in May when we, no, April, not May when we were, no, April when I was preparing to do Warp Speed. I don't remember when I started playing it, but
Kind of surprised they don't change that because that's a pretty easy thing to change.
it's changed for GZ Doom and like Z Doom ports, but like
You
there's
can do
nothing.
that in Boom, you can do that in DHAP.
You can, but they don't do it for whatever reason.
Interesting.
I like this table. The table legs. It's nice. Is that all the monsters? Oh, I got 17 more. Coming out of the floor. Got nice pieces of cover out here. Oh. Oh. Jumpity. Oh, darn. He zapped me. I hope this is the correct MIDI that you intended. Did you just get a text message? I did. Apologize, but I'm gonna scan it. Ooh, ammo's getting tight. I like the layout of this arena. Oh! I got stuck on something. Fuck. Darn. How you doing, chat? Doing good tonight. It's fine evening. Woo! Deathbear's doing good. I'm about to be doing pretty bad because I'm about to play Smells Like Christmas Spirit. You know what? Actually,
Playtest too.
this will be my first playtest. There are going to be issues. Alright, let's see if I can kill this cyber demon. You know what, oh god, I really want to just take time to play through all of the old PWADs, because I think, like, the negative to, like, making such a constant output, there hasn't, of WADs, I haven't given myself enough time to appreciate what we have done. I was just reminded, the layout of this arena, for whatever reason, reminded me of a Mooney's level from Imperfect Hatred. You remember that one?
I'm trying to think. Which map number was it?
I couldn't remember at all, really. It was insanely difficult, but there was a jump scare at the end.
Oh, right. Yeah. I remember. With the Romero head?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I remember now. Yeah, Lumi's map was amazing.
That map was hard as fuck, too.
Yeah.
The one right before it, by Omniarch, was also That was stupendous. I love that map. It was like a Doom 2 city map, kind of.
Yeah.
No, texture-wise it was, but
Yeah.
it had such a compact design. That was a great level. Hell
There's
yeah.
some really good maps in the
Mm-hmm. The big problem that WAD has.
Some really hard maps in that
God.
set too.
No, yeah. The big problem that map set has is the repetition and the difficulty. Because it's very just like in your face. But yeah, this map, I enjoyed this a lot, Cerberus. I need to put the map title in the T-Hacked in the bottom. But like, this is like a very competent map in terms of design with the fights. Like you have a Revenant ambush. Oh, there's ammo over here. Damn, I missed that. Let's see if I can get this secret. And there's a Megasphere secret. Nice. Alright, yeah, I would... I think the easiest way to do it, really, like once this... Like, this only opens up the... I would have some way to have this switch go back down. And there's that one Archval that didn't teleport in for whatever reason. He teleported in all those other times, but this time he didn't. I don't know why. But health and ammo were good. I think maybe some more shotgun shells at the end fight. Just to be safe. Like maybe it's like tucked away over here. Like a box or... It's just one box is all you need, I think. Yeah, I had fun with this. I enjoyed this. I'm glad you submitted this. It's definitely a more relaxing level before my absolute nightmare coming up. Yeah, I enjoyed this. Other than like if there are any things you notice that you want to change, just go for it. Of course, you know my speed mapping guidelines for bug fixing is like I don't want you to go in and like add new rooms, and like if you need to add new voodoo scripts, that doesn't count as a room, really. I don't think. Yeah, like I don't want you overhauling anything, but like just like little tiny fixes or changes, I'm cool with. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I actually really like this. So, well done on that. I'm gonna go on a boat too. I like that a lot. Well done. Wonderful first submission. So, chat. Get ready to have some fun. Cause you know, you smell that? Myelden, you smell that?
Smell something.
Yeah, Death Bear, do you smell that?
Is that fish?
No, I don't think it's fish, it could be. But, you know, it kind of smells like Christmas spirit. So, this uses Neil John Whip's MIDI. Slayer Clause is coming.
I'm glad that got used.
Yes. I actually haven't heard the MIDI in this map in its entirety because I put the MIDI in after I had already quote unquote verified it was beatable. So, all right, we're gonna have a vote. Oh shit! You gotta be fucking kidding me. This map's broken.
Broken?
Yeah, you'll see. I'll show you. Let me show you. So, this sector right here is supposed to be joined to all these sectors, but it's not right now.
Oh.
Which should be, at least.
Dude, joining sectors breaking is like the most annoying thing.
It should have worked. I don't know why I didn't hear the cyber demons wake up. Maybe I'm crazy. There's only one way to find out if I'm crazy or not. Yeah, I'm crazy, I'm stupid. Alright, let's have a vote. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
What?
Alright, so pick a number, 1 through 4.
1 through 4. Okay, I picked one.
Which one?
Oh, 3.
3? 1? Alright, Deathberry, you're the tiebreaker.
We'll go with 4.
That doesn't break the tie.
We're going with 2.
Rip.
It's the one y'all didn't vote for.
Fair enough.
Alright, so I've actually never beaten this fight. And there's the other one. Alright, I'm gonna get every single kill I can. Ugh. I like this arena layout. This is doing what I want it to. Well, I've listened to the full MIDI on its own, I just haven't listened to it while playing the map, because I haven't played the map. Let's turn that shit up. God, this is not humane.
Yeah, that looks pretty rough.
Yeah, this is a mean fight.
Kind of reminds me of the first secret map and going down the steps.
Oh, trying to run from him. It's hard. I want to put a soul sphere at the top. Like, up where that sentiment spawns. I think a soul sphere should be put. You know? Oh, shit. Oh, but I'm like, I need to balance health and ammo, of course, but I'm actually, how's the music sound over my voice? Is it too loud?
I can't even hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, I have the stream audio muted, so I'll add in the voice chat.
That's fair. Dirty metal.
Okay, it sounds good on the stream. It's
Good,
pretty
good.
loud.
The two things I'm worried about are health, ammo. That's actually... Oh my god, this is hard. Like, it's actually really difficult.
Imagine it if you did, because I assume this is one of those deals where like you can kind of pick what order you want to do the fights
Yeah.
in. I imagine it might be easier if you had weapons from another fight.
Oh, certainly. There's also I could get a BFG if I wanted in this fight. I don't know if I do that just yet. Should I? No, I think it's important. You should be able to beat a map without any of the secrets.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna not get any secrets. At the start, yeah. You have to like beat a good majority of the map. Yeah, like you can't waste your plasma ammo on any of the like fodder enemies. This actually turned out really interesting. But like if you start with this fight, you don't have the like a shotgun. There's a lot of enemies too. I could have sworn I had less than this. It always doesn't seem like a lot until they start spawning in.
Yeah.
Oh, that imp. But I made this one, I made the layout for this fight super early on, but I actually didn't, I didn't actually, like, program the fight with, like, enemies or a voodoo script until, like, last. This actually, this is actually, like, turning out really well. I'm just concerned I'm not gonna have enough ammo to finish the fight. Always trying to hurt people, yeah. I'm a very hurtful person. Perfect hurt. It's like the hardest part are just the miscellaneous enemies that spawn in. I'm able to leave now too, which I'm gonna put in my to-do list. I wanna. I want the player to wait just a little bit longer before they're able to leave. Oh! Oh, there's more plasma ammo. It's turning out perfectly so far. I like this a lot, actually. I can't get to the... I got jibbed, jeez. He's right on top of that ammo pack. You see, I was about to save. Good lord. Okay, I'll just do what I can with rockets. I didn't want to do that. God. There we go. Alright, y'all gonna have to vote 1, 3, or 4.
4.
4 for my old one. 3 from Death Bear. That's one-sided. Alright. Neil John, 3 or 4? Alright, we're gonna go in 3. So if you look inside of this window, you can see a bed. BFG on it. Alright, you get that. Alright. Note to self. More ammo in Cyberfight. I'm unable to kill the Cyber Demon unless I start still looking. Yeah, let's leave. Alright. So that was number 2, and y'all have chosen number 3, so. Oh god. I don't want to play this map. Alright, this is. I made this room first, and I didn't really know what I was doing, so I just gotta put, like, crushers in a room. You'll see. I don't have a shotgun.
Oh wow, yeah, there's some big ass crushers.
I may want to make the crusher smaller.
And they seem pretty hard to avoid as is.
Yeah. Yeah, I may have been a bit overzealous with enemy placement here. This isn't possible. Make crushers smaller. About the monster hero design, yeah. Alright. Since I'm gonna skip number 3 for now. And go number 4. I know this one is possible because this is the only one I've beaten. Here we have. Ooh, some more. Woo! You're a cyber demon. Hmm?
I like the visuals in this area.
Thank you. Yeah, I made a whole little village. So yeah, we got a nice little bloody area. Oh. And this is where I used all the barons. So that teleporter where we came in at, I couldn't figure out where to put the exit, so I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna make the other side of the teleporter I was just in the exit. No, ow. Oh, and the floor damages too. the blood does, at least.
Did you pick all 11 barons in this room?
Yes, I did. May have been a lot, but you know, what is life without its challenges? Uh-oh, I'm at 1 health. How did I get so low? There aren't any chain gunners in here. I am sane, at least. I think I'm gonna remove the pain elementals, I think. Hey, welcome, weird sandwich. Also, if you notice, that chimney has a blue fire. Yes, I did put all 11 parents in this fight. Yeah, well, I think in yeah, I know. I did not consider that. This fight's turning out very well, actually. I think it's just a bit too overcrowded with some of the miscellaneous enemies. It could do with less Keiko demons. Like the pain elementals are too much. Oh, yeah, I played your map again, Weird Sandwich. There'll be a video of that on YouTube. Sandy Peterson dropped by while I was playing it. I'd be fun with some Lost Souls, but, not the pain elementals, they're too much. Oh, I'm a bad Doom member. I'm good. I'm joking. It needs polishing. And less Lost Souls, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right about the pain elements.
They're a mistake. It kind of just throws a wrench into the fight in a bad way. Like, sometimes, like, having chaos is fine, but when you have 11 barons, anything else, it's just, like...
supposed to be 10 barons, right?
Yes, it is supposed to be 10. I only said 11 because you asked if there were 11 barons.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So yeah, it's only
yeah,
10.
10.
I just.
Okay. I don't know
I'm
why I thought it was 11 on there.
I'm considering stopping this playthrough and deleting the animals. Right now.
If you had some more cell ammo, it would be a bigger threat.
Well, I mean, in this fight, I don't start with,
Yeah, that's the thing.
Should Alright, I technically already beat the fight, the door's open. Should I go to the next one?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna remove those pain elementals anyway.
Yeah, we're waiting to do 3. I can't stomach that.
UV max right out.
Hey, we are gonna kill them. You'll see. So, in this room, you'll see where I got lazy with the visuals. I know I said I'd beat it secretless, but... Oh, jeez.
A bit of a Doom 2 map 1
Yeah, entryway.
visual homage here.
So that door to my left, I need a blue key in order to leave it. Which conveniently is right here. Oh, the Keiko demons I didn't kill from earlier are going through the window.
That's brilliant.
I mean, it's an entryway homage. Sandy Peter's gonna drop by again.
Did Sandy Peterson do entryway?
I think so. Pretty sure.
Oh, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's more. Alright, let's fix that. Oh, shit. I just opened it up in Ancient Aliens format. Alright. So I have... Yeah, these are all the shotgunners that spawn on the Baron fight. I think it's enough. Alright, yeah, I think that's good. I'm gonna remove a pinky or two. Only 4 pinkies. I'm gonna remove all of the revenants from this fight. Just all of them flat out. This is from the Crusher fight up here. And paint elementals, I'm gonna remove. Yeah, I'm gonna remove both of them. I'm gonna kick a demon. This fight, I'm gonna remove a good deal of the pinkies. This is how I map nowadays. I just make a fight, I realize it's not possible, and then I start deleting a bunch of the enemies. I'm gonna delete some of the imps. No, the imps are fine. I'm gonna delete 2 of them. Oh, no. Hey, moderator, could you delete that message, please?
Oh, here we go.
Yes. Oh, I can't add a cell charge pack because of the restriction. Alright, let's have some fun here. Alright, we're almost there, folks. Now, do you think I should make all of them smaller, or do you think I can keep some of them larger? What do you think, Mildon?
Sorry, I'm looking at the thing trying to figure out how to do the mod stuff on Twitch.
I couldn't figure it out myself either.
Is the message gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, cool. It was still showing up on my end for some reason.
The message is like struck through and it says banned by Mildon.
Oh, okay. It's disappeared for me now, so. Okay.
Yeah, once I refreshed it, it's gone.
Right, okay, cool. Alright, so what were you saying, Nublu?
Do you think I should make all of these crushers smaller, or just some of them?
That's a good question. Maybe make every other one smaller, so that way, like, you're creating, like, pockets.
Yeah.
Right?
I think I'll keep...
Making it so, like, there's a bunch of open space.
I agree. In fact, I'll make this one. I'll give the player a little bit more room just to be fair. But this one I'll make, damn. Perfect.
Yes, please.
Either you do or you don't.
Yeah, I said yes. Yes, please.
I'm not freaking
Oh.
seeing you waiting.
Well, you
Get
worded.
it done.
Yeah.
But just make sure you get it done.
I will.
Because it's been out for an hour or two.
Yeah, I'll get that in a minute. I'm just fixing something right now.
Have you already had some?
Yeah, I had some.
Oh, I think they just had some. So we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Oh, jeez, I don't know what I'm trying
And
to
yes,
do.
I'm going to fix it for
Yeah, thank you.
you. Why would I do that?
Because you're a mess head. Shot the So now. Oh, that's not good.
I know.
Yes.
What?
It doesn't seem like it was fitting right.
All right. I think I have it fixed now. I'm gonna change these to no. Good call, by the way, Rude Sandwich, on keeping the reverence in. Alright, I think I've fixed it, so I think it's ready for playtest. Perfect. All right. Cool. I want to put another med kit in here somewhere.
Got the air off in here. What on?
All right. Cool. Let's have some fun. Oh, I recorded this whole thing. I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Oh well. So, YouTube people, I'm going to stop recording here. I'm going to resume it immediately, and then I'm going to play the final map of 12 More Days of Doommas. I'll see y'all.